I photoshopped these bruises on my face to mimic the impact of the trauma felt. These are the actual words my ex-husband, who was severely verbally abusive to me, said, usually while I was sobbing, shaking, trying to hug him, or begging him to stop, or begging him to tell him he loved me, or not to leave me. I developed very deeply rooted trauma bonds over the course of 4.5 years of sustained abuse. These words and many more feel like punches, blows, kicks, and physical assaults. Verbal abuse is domestic violence. The wounding from verbal abuse takes longer to heal and often loops in a victim's head, re-traumatizing her every time she thinks of her abuser's lies, which all verbal abuse is. After sustained verbal abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, and pathological lying about the reality of the victim's brain cannot decipher the difference between a physical and verbal attack. It all feels the same. Excruciating pain and betrayal from someone who will tell you they love you in the morning and act as if you've overblown your assault. I was once tempted to jump from a moving car on a highway to escape a 2.5-hour excruciating round of verbal abuse while my infant daughter slept in the back seat. Suicide in that moment felt like a less painful option. Among women who have experienced many types of violence from a partner, more than half report that the verbal and psychological abuse causes the greatest harm. Scars from mental cruelty cut as deep a wound as punches, but not nearly as obvious. I agree. Verbal abuse is strongly associated with physical symptoms such as chronic pain, migraines and headaches, stammering, adrenal failure, and more. The psychological effects of verbal abuse include fear, heightened anxiety, depression, suicidal ideations, complex PTSD, intrusive memories, memory gap, sleeping or eating problems, hypervigilance, exaggerated startle response, self-harm, and more. This is me. This is my face. My name is Grace. I am a survivor of severe verbal abuse. I survived all the aforementioned physical and psychological trauma, and I still wrestle elements of complex PTSD and trauma bonding every single day. I now provide trauma-informed coaching for other women hoping to survive this horrendous experience that is difficult to explain to anyone who hasn't experienced it, and almost no one believes or takes your claim seriously. Without bruises, victims are typically unable to secure financial help nor shelter at domestic violence centers. I know this because I tried. I know this because I was told to try harder and to pray. If you need help discerning if you are being verbally abused or know another woman who needs help, please reach out to me at outheretryingtosurvive@gmail.com. Please share. With love, Grace.